Happened to me for years because I tried to run this radio show and do, unlike other ones. The brave characters who are calling the show right now, who are working on a show, who has a call screener, who makes sure that he doesn't get hassled. That's just the way it goes. Let's try this one. Hello.
Hey, what's up, you dumb jackass?
This has become a running joke. These are all Stern callers. I can't be knocked down any farther than I have. Believe me. I already got my time with you, pal. And if I could ink a $500 million deal, I'd do it. Nice going, Mr. Stern.
Thank you.
Now, you want to give me take a chance, give me a call on this one? All right. I have to send you on the air. Who are you talking to? Where are you calling from?
Okay, good morning. It's spring here.
Oh, wow. No, I don't like this at all. No, I'm not taking any of these calls.
Take some calls.
Let's just busy. I guess I'll do it tomorrow. I'm just making them all busy. I'll do the Wingstop Kenosha tomorrow.
Here's what I love about that. I mean, first of all, when the guy finally just breaks down and says, I've been through the mill, you
can't knock me down any further than I've been knocked down.
And you know what? I feel his pain. I'm in radio, too. There are times when you're working at stations that are so shitty that you just go, you know what? I've been knocked down so low that you couldn't possibly, as a human being, do anything to me. Because, A, you couldn't kill me because I'd probably welcome it. B, you couldn't say anything bad about me that I haven't said about myself because I'm at this dump of a fucking radio station.
I have to look at myself in the mirror every day and assess my situation.
Yeah, and not only do I assess my situation, but the owner won't give me a $25 raise. I'm fucked for life. Okay, I'm never going to have a family. I can't even afford one. So that's a great moment. And then when he realizes every single one of his callers is a Stern caller, that there are no callers.
Yeah, he thinks just hanging up on the one is going to make it all right.
That it's so easy to get through because there are no calls.
Every call.
What if you had a radio show and no one was there to listen? It's believe me, I've been there. I worked in Detroit. It's wild. Hey, David Letterman, once in a while, they kind of drop in these very mysterious inside jokes about our show, and it's great.
Yeah?
Ralph's show, Geek Time, with John Hein and Jason, they
referenced it?
Yeah. I guess the announcer from Letterman was going to be on Geek Time, and listen to this. This is from the David Letterman Show.
Coming up, Top 10 Southwest Airlines excuses. And Jennifer Garner. You can hear me, Alan Calder, this Saturday at Geek Time. Ralph, Jason, John, and I will discuss what we're geeking out and freaking out on. And we're doing a tribute for Leonard Nimoy's 80th birthday. Hailing frequencies open this Saturday. We'll be right back.
Wow, big shout out. How do you like that? That little show on Howard 101. In fact, a total of 7 people in the Letterman audience laughed at that reference. They had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah, what is he carrying? Is the announcer gone crazy?
They do that. When I was on the last time on Letterman, I thought it was hysterical. After I left, the announcer said, and by the way, tune in for the wrap-up show following this show. I thought it was great.
Yeah. But, I mean, the way he was going on there, it almost sounds like those reporters who couldn't make any sense when they went to them in the news because they were having a stroke.
Hey, by the way, it's so funny. What I do sometimes during the commercials when we take our few breaks, I was listening to some of these songs that come in about Robin, and I'm rather critical about them.
Oh, you're kidding. I couldn't tell that from listening to the ones you play.
You wouldn't believe this, Robin. I reject a lot of them because either I think they're like completely insane or they're just not that funny. So I was about to throw out a couple of them because Gary and I will sit here and, but having George here this week is so helpful because George
is laughing.
I'm a test. Well, George sits over there. I don't even think he knows what's going on. All of a sudden, I start hearing.
Thanks, George. Those are going to be rejected.
I love those songs about your titties and your ass.
It's so crazy.
And the way you take it.
Well, there was one
serenely.
song. We weren't even sure if the guy Syke, who was called in before.
Yes.
We're not even sure because he doesn't say Robin in this first song.
So you don't even know it's about me.
Well, I was going to reject it because Gary and I were looking at it thinking it was about George and it might offend George. George is in the corner laughing hysterically at this.
Well, I thought it was Frank Sinatra or somebody.
Yes,
it was Frank Sinatra imitation.
Bunghole, yes. Listen. George was beside himself. This might even be about you.
I was serious about this.
Those cheeks.
Start spreading those cheeks.
I'm coming today.
bite the sweetest part of you. That old bunghole. If I can.
That's when I caught on.
Of you there, I'll spray everywhere inside.
You love that.
I love that.
Now, do you think
Because
it was
I
directed at you,
wasn't
or-
paying attention.
Right.
And you know, I like Frank Sinatra. And he didn't sound too good, you know.
Right.
And I thought, well, I'll
the
play
older
along.
Frank.
Could have been Frank with one foot in the grave.
And then it started to dawn on me.
Well, there were many Robin ones, and I was really
There were.
like the little Mikey did when I was like, I don't know, you know. But boy, George was going a mile a minute.
When I think of Robin's boots, every night I pretend
That's what he does.
to hold
It's so sweet.
Robin, they're about you.
So I was like, that's not little Mikey's strongest work. But George was laughing so hard that I'm putting it in rotation.
Well, look at Robin, looking down serenely, studying her notes. I mean, the contrast.
Yeah, but Robin wasn't even doing that. We were just listening to.
Yeah, she walked out on that one.
Right.
Oh, I did? I don't know.
You did.
Yeah, she can't even hear those.
And it's so sweet. And I used to love that song.
There was one I didn't even play because I saw what the title was, and I figured George might be offended. It was called Brad's an Ass Eater.
Oh, I didn't hear
God.
that.
Brad's an ass eater.
Brad uses gun up inside George's butt. Brad uses gun. He's an ass eater.
I do take
Brad
umbrage with
uses gun.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Here's another one. George gets a lot of song parodies, too. This is one about...
really?
Well, this is about you and Jason Ellis yesterday, and you fondling his penis.
Oh, my.
He took all the clamps off Jason Ellis's penis. Oh my. Caressed the shaft to take the pain away. He hopes that Brad will not find out about it. That 73-year-old horn dog is named George Takei. Oh my.
Very nice.
That's cleverly done.
You like that one?
Yes.
And then George had a good time with this one about Robin's jugs.
A huge bazongas, a giant chocolate tots.
See what I mean?
Laughing at
He encourages this.
You don't feel a thing about it. I think it's hilarious.
A huge bazongas, a giant chocolate tots. Need to
Bazongas.
squeeze them with my hands.
He loves it.
The Robin's big jugs, the Robin's big jugs.
For this alone.
Making my balls so blue.
I'm sorry.
Robin's big jugs.
I apologize, Robin, but I
Bags
can't
of
help it.
love, they're making my balls so blue.
So I'm sitting there ready to throw half of them out, and he's laughing. He's almost vomiting. He's laughing so hard.
Bazongas.
You like it.
I love that.
Because of you, I'm leaving all those in.
Oh, good,
Yes,
good.
yes, you sold it.
I'm the test.
Gary and I looked over at each other and go, wow, he thinks it's so funny.
You
It might-
guys have become jaded.
yeah, maybe we're
Yes,
fucked
you
up.
are jaded.
Yeah, we are. Those are good.
You're very tough.
No. Does it turn your stomach that Obama's shaking Al Sharpton's hands on the cover
I
of the
don't
Post?
like the cover.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Kind of bums me out. Yeah, here it is. Hey, here's a great article. You know, I am so in love. I swear to you, I'm not paid for this, but I am in love with that iPad, too. I am so in love with it.
And it always works for you. You don't have any glitches.
No. In fact, I'm at the point where I like to carry a book. I like to write things down, you know, throughout the day, appointments or things to do. But I so love my iPad, too, that I literally want to learn to work the calendar application. So I just carry my iPad, too, wherever I am. You know, I can't carry both. It's ridiculous. So that's how much I love it. And then I'm reading this article in the Post today, Zoom and Gloom, you know, Motorola, all these other companies, this is what the article's about, have put out tablets. Tablets are the new thing. They're fun. And the iPad already, the iPad 2 has sold a couple of million copies of it. And, of course, the original
They're
iPad.
sold out. You can't get them.
Yeah.
They're on back order.
Motorola's new tablet, according to this, has sold about 100,000 pads, according to a Deutsche Bank report yesterday. Apple sold between 2 million and 3 million iPad 2s since it went on sale less than a month. And I can see why,
In
you know,
less than a month.
these other companies are doing a pale imitation of the iPad, and they don't understand the whole Apple culture, that once you have an iPad, it plugs into your computer, your Mac, it plugs into your iPhone. It's a culture. It's a way of everything integrating. That's the beauty of it. And I don't know what these other companies are thinking. RIM is coming out with one for the BlackBerry company, and they're predicting doom and gloom, because when you get this iPad, it's also, there's tremendous amount of apps, called apps, applications. These other companies don't even have any apps. So, I mean, why would you have to give somebody a compelling reason? And the iPad is cheaper. Generally, the Apple product is more expensive. Mm-hmm.
So now they're cheaper?
They're cheaper than the Zoom and, some of the other Android ones that aren't very good.
Right.
Those are cheaper because they can't sell them. So from a business point of view, I don't understand why these other companies kind of rest on their laurels and put out the same exact product, more or less, and expect to do business with it. I don't know what they're thinking. I wonder who's in charge of these companies, what their marketing department thinks.
Yeah, what is the strategy? What are they thinking? How are they attacking the market, and what is that market?
I would love to sit down with the head of... This, I think, would be fascinating, to sit down with the head of BlackBerry, the head of Motorola, the head of, whoever's behind these things, and say, why are you guys not innovating? Why are you not doing something different? Why are you just trying to do a knockoff? Why does Bill Gates say Microsoft is perfectly happy to let Apple invent everything and then they'll just knock it off? Why does he make those statements? I mean, how is that to do business? That's like if I said, well, listen, we'll do our show, but we're going to wait for someone else to innovate something. I mean,
right, we'll wait and see what everybody else is doing, and then we'll do it.
It's a weird way to think, I think. I don't know. I think it's a weird way to think about business.
I'm wondering if they're tailgating on the marketing. Let them break ground, and then we'll follow through.
Yeah, who knows? I got to take a break, Robin. When we come back, I'll take a couple of your phone calls. We have a couple of things we still haven't gotten to, and also we'll get to the news. And this is George's last day for a while. When can I expect to see you again? Everyone, you should see the email this week. It's like, have George stay another week. Have him stay a month. People love you, George. When are we going to see you again?
The Super Ninjas run ends at the end of August.
Right.
So then I'll be a little free, but they're saying that they may renew very quickly because we're working with teenagers.
Right.
And they change very quickly.
Right, you got to get them while they still look the same.
Right.
So they may renew us maybe in September, October.
I see. So we might see you in September?
Yeah.
I'll see you in September. See you
maybe
in the fall.
October.
I'll see you maybe in October. And by then, Brad will be thin.
Oh, dear. I hope so.
That's right.
I hope the message of this week gets to him.
And if I see you in September, maybe I'll bring you some new cock, like Jason Ellis.
I'll be here. Most definitely I'll be here.
We have to lure you back.
No, bring Jason back.
No,
yes,
my, yes. All right. Every time you're here, we're going to bring Jason back.
You're very loyal. You want Jason again.
I'm a one-man guy.
He gets into a relationship.
No, two-man, I guess, in this case.
Right.
One man, and that's Brad.
I'll have
but
new
an occasional
cock for you in September. Good for you.
You ought to do a song praising all of Jason's endowments.
You know what's
Well,
great?
did you notice Jason's endowments the way George did?
No. Why don't you sing? Why don't you sing about Jason's endowments? Why should I sing about it? What song comes to mind?
Let me think of a tune. When you see a god like Jason Ellis, my heart grows and grows, as well as the other parts of me. The impossible dream with Brad. Brad, I love you. You are my true love. But occasionally, true love needs to be burnished. So...
Burnished.
Burnished? I don't know what that
Burnished.
Burnished.
That means,
Never heard of a song with
to have
burnished in it.
Burnished.
a little polish on it.
All right, you better cool up. That's not. There you go.
I need rehearsal.
Now, here are you touching the penis. I'll give you some inspiration.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.